Though restorative justice and restorative practice are relatively new concepts, they are rooted in approaches that have a long and rich history, extending back to indigenous cultures from all over the world. This includes Native American and First Nation Canadian peoples, as well as African, Asian, Celtic, Hebrew, and Arab civilizations. The circle, one of the key processes used in both restorative justice and restorative practice, is found in traditions of talking circles, peacemaking circles, and healing circles that indigenous peoples across the world have used for millennia. Indigenous people have a strong affinity with the circle because it symbolizes and resembles many cycles in the natural world. Some native groups believe the power of the world works in circles, such as the shape of the world, sun, and moon. In these communities, the circle is a symbol of equity where no single person has an elevated position and all are equal and interconnected. In schools and youth-serving organizations, the terms restorative justice and restorative practice are often used interchangeably. Though they have many commonalities, both theoretically and in practice, there are important differences between these two ideas. Restorative justice consists of both formal and informal responses to harm. It aims to bring together those who are affected by harm in a dialogue to address concerns, achieve understanding, and come to agreement about setting things right. Because it addresses wrongdoing after it occurs, restorative justice can be viewed largely as a reactive approach. Restorative justice emerged during the 1970s as alternative approaches to the criminal justice system, such as dispute resolution, became prominent. In 1974, in Kitchener, Ontario, 2 teenagers were arrested for vandalizing the houses and cars of 22 people in their community. In the course of their sentencing, the probation officer convinced the judge that prison or probation would not have the same kind of effect on the defendants that meeting the victims, listening to their stories, apologizing, and paying restitution would have. Due to its success, judges continued to expand the use of this practice. In 1976, the probation officer, Mark Yancey, formed a nonprofit organization to provide and promote such meetings. This was the birth of the modern restorative justice movement. Today, 30 states either have restorative justice principles in their mission statements and policy plans, or legislation promoting a more balanced and restorative juvenile justice system. Restorative practices evolved, in part from the concepts and processes found in restorative justice. Though restorative practice also includes the use of restorative justice methods to repair harm when it occurs, it is mostly used proactively to build relationships and develop community through both formal and informal processes. Restorative practice in schools and youth programs is a new and emerging field. Educators began using restorative practices to prevent problems like bullying and violence, and to create safe and supportive learning environments. Teachers and youth workers expanded its use in other proactive ways as they came to understand that meeting in circles builds relationships, fosters community, develops socio-emotional capacities, and is a powerful way to help students learn interactively and collaboratively. Recent research provides evidence of the benefits of restorative practices in schools. Some of the findings include significant reductions in punitive disciplinary actions, suspensions, referrals, and detentions. Decreases in school absenteeism and tardiness. Improvements in school climate, including increased school connectedness and improved problem solving among students. Positive impacts on academic achievement, including graduation and GPAs. Restorative practice is a growing social movement for many settings, especially those that serve youth. It is an approach that helps address climate, culture, and safety. Not only has it been proven to reduce negative behavior, but it does something even more important. It teaches youth the importance of relationships and community. This helps support our schools, youth programs, and communities at large to be places where youth can grow, learn, thrive, and contribute.